Hello everybody, my name is Page, and today I'll be looking at LEGO set 71785 J's Titan Mech. The set is released in 2023, it retails for about €80. The set is of the new core wave, and it has 5 minifigures and 1 robot. Before I get into the minifigures, let's hear a bit about a giveaway. You all like minifigures, and I know that. So that's why I'm doing a giveaway of multiple different figures, depending on my subscriber amount. Figures can be some of the ninjas I have. They won't all stand up, just luck, I guess. Some of the ninjas of the different suits. Also, a Vision, a Captain America, one Shuri, a Clone Gunner, and maybe even my Commander Cody. All you need to do to win this, or to get a chance to win one of them, is to subscribe, tell me why you're subscribed, and leave that in the comments, and tell me your favorite theme. And giveaway will actually start from 100 subscribers, and with every 25 more I will do one more minifigure as a giveaway. Let's get back to the video. So for the minifigures, we have a Woobot, which is more a pixel bot, but fine. We have Jay, and we have Nia. The versions of Jay and Nia are the ones we've seen before, and this version of the Woobot is different from the others, so it's a new one in what I believe. Jay comes with one of these nunchucks. I'll get them away because they're in the way. Just like Nia, she comes with one of the spear designs we've seen before. So, these figures, they all come with golden swords. Nothing too new. They don't come with their hair pieces, which is something new. I do quite like these figures of the Evo wave. They're pretty cool. I do quite like that they're kinda uniform, all of them, but they're not the best figures there are. The back facial prints, and let me take the armor off for the back print. So here without the armor, and here the back torso printing being similar. So not my favorite kind of ninja, but definitely not the worst. Now for the villains, starting with this one. This is the Bone Knight, and he comes with something incredibly cool at his back, and it's that red bull skull piece, which is really cool. He uses this new mouth guard piece to show like a lower jaw, which is pretty cool. It's kind of distracting being this spring green. These banners, they look really cool, and I do like this printing. Most sets come with this bone accessory pack, so you get different weapons as bones, which I will use for my regular Skulkin warriors probably. Now at the back you can see how it's attached with one of these knight armor pieces from the couple of waves back from Ninjago. But let's take that whole monstrosity off so I can show you the printing, where this part was already quite visible, and at the back some printing. They are pretty cool figures. Not my favorite enemies, but not the worst. So we also, for the final two figures, we have the Bone King and a Bone Warrior, if I'm not mistaken. The Bone Warrior uses almost the same print as the other one, or he used the same print. He also has these dagger pieces, which are really cool dagger pieces. Comes with the same face print, and that was not intended. And with this stroke cap we've seen before on mostly the stone warriors. And the Bone King, he comes with a different kind of face print. And one of the swords that's included in the bone pack, also a cool piece. Comes with this tattered up cape, which is in the old style, sadly. And for his head, there's no back printing. And to show you its back torso printing, I'll just twist the cape around because that's easier. You need to get a look at it too. No. Again, pretty cool figures. Definitely not my favorite, but they're open for your own interpretation. Let's get into the side build. For the Bone Warriors, there is this bit of a side build where you can actually shoot off. There's a spare one of these, but I seem to mislocate it. But where you can press it down, but I found it very difficult to actually do well. But you can simply press down and it shoots off, and I'm getting quite lucky now. Oh, now my finger's in the way. So, where you need to press down on here and let it get loose, because if you hold it for too long, it doesn't actually shoot off that well. So I'll try to do it this way, but it will most likely not work. No, it didn't work. So I'm getting better at it. It has a learning curve. Pretty easy function, although it doesn't stand a chance against Titan Mech. You'll see in a minute. Pretty nice build. Do quite like these bone pieces from a while back. They're really cool. About the main build, let's get into it. So now for Jay's Titan Mech, which most of you have been waiting for. First off, give you the height. It's about a similar height as Nia's Mech you see in the back. It's about 28 centimeters, with a bit give or take. So let's say about 30 centimeters or 12 foot. No, not 12 foot, 12 inches. So pretty big mech, about the same size as Nia's. Now let's get into detailing, and I will take it off of its stand. First off, I do really like the head design, where it's simple, it's sleek, and it has this huge, like my sister calls it a ponytail, which now I can't unsee it, but it looks really cool, and it's pretty interesting how it's using of gravity to, well, make it go to the back. You can also fold his head downwards to make it like more enclosed, like more beefy, but doesn't suit the mech in my opinion, so I'll have it upright. There's a spot for Jay right here, no controls in there, doesn't really need to be any controls. Let's see if I can get Jay in there using only one hand. I should have prepared him for this, where you can try and fit him down here, and then he has a couple of studs so he can sit down. He's not that securely right now, but you get the idea. Where you can actually fit him in there, gives out a great look. He kind of clashes with this yellow, but it makes him pop out, and just like these designs on the stickers. He also comes with these two really big cannons, which do actually work. It's like a new piece, I believe, or at least I haven't seen it before, where it's a different kind of spring-loaded shooter, where you can move it to the side, and it has a big button on the back, where you can press it down and knock over my Minecraft display. And the other side can actually do the same. So that part is pretty cool. I do also really like, that was my fault. I also do really like the design of these shoulder pads with those newish blades sticking out of them. So that's pretty cool. Going a bit further down, I do like how he's actually like kinda, how do I say this, having a curved back or something. He's kinda laid down, and out, but it gives it like character. That's something I quite honestly miss with most mechs, especially those behind there, but I'll get into that later. This piece just doesn't want to stick on. So, better. For the arms, they are symmetrical, so the one side also has the other side. It's the same on both sides. They use this really great ratchet joint. It's hard to twist with one hand, so then you can see how sturdy they are. Also have a bit of a ball joint in here, which gives a lot of motion. The hands also have a wrist joint and three fingers, which is good enough for well, for a mech. So the other arm has the same, but it also comes with this giant blade, which is a new blade piece, which, sure, I don't think we've needed a new blade piece already, but fine. It also comes with these propeller things and this saw blade. So pretty cool, all of the total, especially these little balls, which were pumpkins. They were also used on the observatory in Harry Potter, in Hogwarts thing. So pretty cool blade, and you can naturally take the blade off. So you can even display them without the blade. But then we get on to the other amazing part. Let's get into the legs first, then to the extra blades. So the legs, they are pretty slim, and that's something I really like, them thin and almost all the way down. I do find that these pieces can break off very easily. Oh wow, wasn't even attached well. But these parts, they fall off pretty easily, so something to take note of. I do quite like having used these Evo armor pieces as knee joints. And for the legs, they have some printing, same printing on the other side. And for the feet, also pretty small. And again, this part is broken off. I don't know why it keeps breaking off. Maybe I didn't attach it well enough. At the bottom of the feet, you also have these orange stoppers. So the figure, at least, also it can stand and it doesn't slide about, which is really cool. But most importantly, you have some hip movement and you also have some knee movement. The knee movement is hard to show with one hand, so let me get my stand ready. That's a bit too close. But where you can actually move the knees about. The ankles don't have a lot of movement. Front to back, like none. But side to side, quite a lot. So it does at least work. And the hip, they can also move quite a lot. So you can get it in different poses. And it's even possible to make him stand on one leg. I tried yesterday, but I want to try it now. Where you can actually try to make it balance. It's not that hard, usually. Maybe now because of the camera, it's harder. Well, doesn't matter. It can balance. I will show you a picture if when it will work. For the swords that it comes with 2 extra swords, which you can also use. So you can take these off and then place them in the hand right here. And the same, of course, goes for the other blade. Again, advisable if you don't do this while you're filming, because it gets a bit weird. So for the look that it will have if you have both of the swords in hand, which is in my opinion worse than how it was with the one big sword, but it can do it, so that's pretty great. For the back of the build, nothing much. just some anti-stats, but that's what you can expect. So let me get into my final thoughts. So for my final thoughts, first off, this is an amazing set, and I really like what they're doing with mechs, giving them knee joints, making actually being able to move and pose in the way you want. Then I really like how this set incorporates something unique, where the other mechs are all bulky, and this, it looks like a ninja. It looks fast, it looks sleek, it looks thin, and in that case, I really like this version of a mech. It's a unique one, and finally giving Jade a big mech is also pretty fine. The color scheme I haven't even touched. With the blue and the white, it makes me think of the Prime Empire sets, and I really like this color scheme in this instant, just as in the way that it's used with Lloyd's mech in the background. I do quite like having one primary color and then one white. For the price, €80 is a bit on the expensive side for a mech, but the mechs are getting quite big, so I would have loved it to be cheaper, but sometimes empty wishes are still wishes. For the figures, I'm in this wave, I am really missing some, primarily like the Bone Warrior vehicles, or like a base of them. So it's all focused on the ninja, which is fine. They've done more seasons like that, but I do quite like having to give my villains a bit of their own vehicles, because now the ninja have it really easy, where it's just a couple of guys fighting them. But for the figures as a whole, it's a great figure selection. Did wish we get some new Evo variants of the ninja, but that's nitpicking. The set is really great, and I would advise you buying it if you want one of the big mechs, because this is a great one to have. So that's it for this video. Make sure to do the giveaway, and and subscribe and like and all those things that come with being a YouTuber. I will see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.